Current keepers. Spencer's got Cooper Kupp for $27. Jeff, you got Travis Kelce, $44. Ben, not selected. John, Antonio Gibson for $13. Alex, Kamara for $62. Eric, not selected. Jason's got Henry for $70. Grant's got Brandon Ayuk for $6. Romo's got Steph Dogs for $9. Conswan's got Cook for $43. Luke's got Saquon for $0. And Josh has T. Higgins for $0. Get the keepers locked in, boys. Down to Zoom or Google Hangouts tonight if y'all are available. We really need to eliminate free agent keepers. Saquon should never go for $0. Maybe original draft value? Ooh, I can't change his value as far as I know. If enough people aren't okay with it, Luke can pick a different player. I agree with you. I'm just strapped on how to manage that part. You can change his value. How? ESPN on computer, league manager tools, edit keepers. You can adjust values from there. Oof. Wait a second here. I understand why you guys feel that way, but hear me out. I'm the one who took the loose of a spot on my roster last year to hold Saquon for this year at that price. Loose lips. That was not established as the rule last year, so you can't just change it now. Bet. I would have made different roster choices if you had expressed that earlier. You didn't lose a roster spot because you had him on your IR spot. Found it. I can change the value, but we need to vote on a fair value or decision before I do it. Can we compromise? Let's set it at $1 so we can appease Grant and Luke.
Oh, Luke, shouldn't you be eating tapas or something right now?
You picked him up in November. This keeps getting better. $69. Yeah, Luke, didn't all those margaritas and nachos keep you up late? He was drafted for $73. Truth comes out. Can't bullshit, Luke. Luke, you made the ultimate sacrifice of your IR spot after you missed the playoffs. Why is Luke even in this league? Wasn't he relegated?
I'm bringing this back up because those legs are worth at least $70. The rest of it may be $5.
Wait, how is that BS? I never said anything about dates. You brought that up. Oh, I honestly know so little about the season or remember last year. So you're saying I picked him up after I was already losing? Gotcha. Typical trumpet supporter. For reals, though, not okay with you changing a rule just because you don't like it. Grant. Trump 2024? Okay, so if he was drafted at $73, are we putting the value there, or should we compromise at the average draft value? Luke, you did vote on the Grant winning rule. Coming off a major injury, $72 feels right. No change. Wait, I'm actually serious. We can change the rule, but we can't change it now and then enforce it on a past issue. Connor, tell him about habeas corpus. Have you not been paying attention to 2021? Sounds like Ben wants the podium. Oh, no. I thought the whole point of society today was to relitigate past decisions and then judge said decisions based on how we feel right now. Oh. And then hashtag cancel if whoever made the decision. Honestly, thought Luke got canceled for whatever he did to Alex earlier this week. Sidebar, tough week for Luke. No change, one vote. $58 average draft value. My vote, $72, Big Rick. Need some votes to make the change. Happy to do either, just need the group to decide. I don't think we're that kind of government. Average draft value. I mean ex post facto.
Oh, yikes, Luke. Maybe your money spent on Spain should have been spent on some basic education.
Luke, if it makes you feel any better, I'm changing Josh's to $11 from $0. It doesn't. Just means two people were wronged. Luke, your argument would make sense had the season already started. However, we are still in the off season, so technically this is the time in which rules would change. That's incorrect, as the decision AD action leading to the discussion took place last year. That's when the rule should have been changed or established. My vote is for the average draft value. And because I'm an honest guy, I checked and I did not draft Brandon Ayuk. He was picked up off the waivers, so I will be forfeiting him as my keeper and selecting another player. No one tried to cheat last offseason. Someone did this offseason. Since we are still in the midst of the offseason, rules can be altered. Cheat? Come on, man. I know you're passionate, but cheating implies intentionality and a breaking of rules. I can honestly say I didn't either. Overall, I think it's probably most fair to the group to do average draft value, so that's my vote. However, I do recognize that it sucks to change the rule day of, especially since Spencer requested rule change ideas last week and this is just now being brought up. So, in the interest of justice, I think we should give Luke the right to make a decision on something at some point in the season to really screw Grant over. I get why you think it should be a rule change. I really do. But it did not break any rules. I genuinely wasn't trying to do something underhanded. Saw him available, thought, oh, I should pick him up, he's available, and that would be great for next season. How could I have known to suggest such a rule change if I didn't know who Luke was keeping at that point? I would say most fair in the interest of not giving me an advantage over others. Agree there. But not most fair in executing the rules of the league at this time. Wait, Grant, didn't you say your keeper was one you didn't draft? And I already agreed to release him as a keeper. You would have been very aware of what you were doing, and you didn't bring it up because it benefited you, until you realized my same move benefited me more. I went and audited myself and was found wanted. Grant, I'm saying you could have made that rule and were aware of it, but you chose not to.
Oh, here we go.
No, because my guy had a value attached to his keeping, $6. I assumed because of such that he was drafted. I went and looked and saw I had paid $6 for him in free agency and promptly turned myself in, because that's what's fair, Luke. Honestly, didn't know you could keep a drafted FA for free until now. Is this about Fauci saying masks were not helpful and then helpful? Get over it. My keeper has been changed to DeAndre Hopkins for $47.
I'm changing the name of the conversation to cheating.
Because I have integrity, Luke. Okay. Sounds like we've all made our points. As it stands, it looks like this. 1, no change, Luke, obviously. 4, average value, Swanton, Grant, Spencer, Romo. 1, $72, Eric. 6, no vote. Getting caught up on this thread. Juicy. Just cut the baby in half. Average value feels the most fair. About the average American turnout. Just keeping a running tally. 1, no change, Luke, obviously. 5, average value, Swanton, Grant, Spencer, Romo, Ben. 1, $72, Eric. 5, no vote. I'm in no change camp. You'll never walk alone, Luke. Just keeping a running tally. 2, no change, Luke, John. 5, average value, Swanton, Grant, Spencer, Romo, Ben. 1, $72, Eric. 4, no vote. Going with Luke. One can only take so much. So the rule is that if you pick up a FA and you want them as a keeper, you get them at next year's ADP value? Or FA aren't able to be kept as keepers. I think moving forward, the rule is that they should be what they were drafted at. In this case, nobody except Luke apparently knew that the player would be $0 since every league I've ever been in was the former. Period. Because I had no reason to keep Saquon on my roster when he was on a season-ending IR and would have cost me $72 to keep him for this year. All these dishonest implications. This is my only league, so I have nothing to compare it to. I barely know how this one works. Man, this is tough. Let's chalk this one up to situational awareness. No reason to pile on the cheating accusations when clearly there was just a misunderstanding. I agree with Ben that if a guy was drafted, they should be kept at the price they were drafted for. Just keeping a running tally. 3, no change, Luke, John, Jeff. 5, average value, Swan, Grant, Spencer, Romo, Ben. 1, $72, Eric. 3, no vote. If a guy went undrafted, there are 2 schools of thought. You can keep them at the average draft cost for the year they are being kept, or they can just not be kept. If there's no change, then I could theoretically draft a stuff for $70 plus. Then if he gets hurt, I could get blown out on purpose, drop the guy, and then grab him off waivers since I'd be the top spot, stash him in my IR slot, and then keep him for $0, right? But you didn't. Because this is the only league I've ever seen where that was allowed. Whoa. And moving forward, you can't keep a FA, so if you drop a keeper, you void that option. This also brings up another rule that should be considered. We should go fully to a free agent auction, not the hybrid model we use at the moment. This is fun. Average draft value. Surprising, but predictable. John A., will you be setting up Google Hangouts for us again? I may need someone else to set up, but I'll keep you posted. I'll probably be on right at 9p. As long as everyone has Gmail, we should be good, as now it's all done through that. Probably going to have to heave separate ones for the groups on either side of the vote.
Spencer, can you make like a raffle or something to make tonight fun?
Maybe like a red meeting and a blue meeting? Or by animal type or something?
As a commissioner, you really should have sent us a snack box.
Wait, you guys didn't get your snack box? I'm changing the name of the conversation to Between Two Scoops.
I'm going to chime in with a no vote for me, as in, I don't care.
Hopeful. Just keeping a running tally. 1, don't care, Alex. 3, no change, Luke, John, Jeff. 6, average value, Swan, Grant, Spencer, Romo, Ben, Jason. 1, $72, Eric. 1, no vote, Josh.
Josh doesn't care. As his relative, I'm his voting surrogate.
I'm going to change it to average value. Boo. Let's do a recount. I'm changing to no change. What makes you change, Jason? Anyone reaching out to you or Roma to flip votes?
I'll go no change since Jason did as well.
I think Grant needs a $10 penalty.
Hey, Luke, I did it so you can just Venmo me or Maggie. Oh, shoot, wrong text.
All I need, Alex.
I'm for real switch to no change because Luke has visited me more than any of my other real friends.
I vote $72. He goes for the mountains and stays with you because he refuses to spend money. Don't flatter yourself, Alex. Random number offered, free paella like they make it in Spain, if I change my mind.
Or new idea, what if everyone gets their keepers for $0?
I like that. Everyone gets a keeper for free. This brings to mind my original idea of having 2 keepers. Can't the amount of keepers this year. I can change it for next year, though. So everyone good with no value keepers? Gonna switch to no change, in accordance with my spiritual advisor, Jason. I don't like it. That's the whole strategy of the keepers. Wait, what the heck is happening? That makes equally no sense.
OMG, Luke, you are literally getting what you want.
Nah, I'm out on $0 keepers. I'm out on $0 keepers. Tally. Just keeping a running tally. 6. No change. Luke, John, Alex, Swan, Jason, Jeff. 4. Average value. Grant, Spencer, Romo, Ben. 1. $72. Eric. 1. No vote. Josh. WTF is Eric doing?
I'm putting in a new vote for $0 keepers for all.
But now we know we can drop, then pick someone up for free and keep them. I didn't think no change would actually win. I'm not sure all those changes in votes were sincere. Romo, it sounds like we need to iron out a rule on how to handle this in the future, now that we know that this is a problem. I'm sincere. I love paella. It's not just even common sense to think this is how it would work, LOL. I'm not in other fantasy leagues either, and new to at least ask. I mean, you can still change your keeper right now. Who did you lose to pick up Saquon for your planned $0 keeper strategy? Yeah, why doesn't he just switch keepers? Sorry, wrong thread. Funniest outcome is he gets hurt on the first play of his first game back. That would be on trend for my first pick running backs. Let's not play the sympathy card here. Happy to do whatever everyone lands on. We all have our own view of the situation, and we got some great content for the season. Just like this message if you're good with Luke getting Saquon for $0, and thumbs down if you don't want it. Whatever the final count is what we'll roll with. Regardless of the outcome, next season we only keep players drafted at their draft value if you guys are okay with it.
Spencer, who are my $0 keepers?
I don't think we have the vote for $0 keepers. Vote outcome. 6, no change. Luke, John, Alex, Swan, Jason, Jeff. 4, average value. Grant, Spencer, Romo, Ben. 1, $72. Eric. 1, no vote. Josh.
If Luke gets this and sets precedence, I therefore get to keep my keeper for $0 as well.
You can shift me to average value. I'm not a monster. I'm voting he chooses just another keeper. And if he gets him for $0 in the draft, then joke's on us. Well, $1. Can't get him for $0. 6, no change. Luke, John, Alex, Swan, Jason, Jeff. 5, average value. Grant, Spencer, Romo, Ben, Eric. 1, no vote. Josh.
Maybe this is the year the league splits. It's been coming for a while.
I do love getting all these texts from Luke. Man, this is tough. Hey, Brightside, we now have a slightly less offensive text group name after this. Unless there's some weird sexual connotation I'm not aware of. You are aware, Luke. Come on.
Says Luke Mein Kampf Peterman.
Are scoops still slang for butt cheeks? Did Luke find his phone? Whoa, Taggart!
Can you just send out a survey monkey, Spencer, so we can nip this in the butt and move on?
Take my survey. Should Luke get Saquon for $0? When does the survey close? 7:30 sharp. Is it nip in the bud or butt? Both, probably.
Whatever you prefer, no judgment. Guys, girls, it doesn't matter.
The vote has to get a majority of 7 votes to supersede and create a new rule? Spencer, can you make a second survey monkey so we can align on the votes needed for the first survey monkey? Or we could just make this real simple. Luke just says, hey, I didn't realize this would be a big deal. I'll just change my keeper. Then you change your keeper and boom, we're set. Dang it, I actually need to get work done today, guys. How about I just pay half of what Ben paid? $36. It's not nothing, which I think is the legal price, and follow the rules, but it's not average value, which is the most anyone really thinks should be paid. It's a compromise that no one's really happy with, which probably means it's the best choice. Average is literally not the most, it's the average. It's the most anyone suggests I should pay. No one thinks he's worth $72 after coming off an injury. I'm doing the majority based on voters. I can't see who voted for what, but it's 6-2 right now in favor of average values. If it's 6'5" without Josh, then we can think of another way to make it more complicated. I could argue these points all day. That survey was crazy biased. How much is Saquon worth is not the question. It's was he obtained legally at that price. That aside, I hate arguing this, so can I just pay some amount between for $0 and $58? That's what I proposed, half of what Ben paid. It seems like a fair compromise from the first vote.
$57.
Yeah, I thought $58 was the compromise. Oh gosh, here I go. I totally understand where the against zero side is coming from. Saquon is worth more than $0, no question. The point I was arguing is was he obtained for $0 fairly? I think we can very reasonably say yes, and I've heard as much from multiple of the against party. Additionally, did I pick him up knowing this was somehow arguably shady? No. I honestly thought it was fine. If it was done properly and fairly and with goodwill, so I think in the court of law it would hold up. But unfortunately, this is the court of fantasy, and although I don't agree with creating a rule and retroactively applying it, I understand why some don't think I should get Saquon for $0, so I propose some compromise amount. Luke, you aren't a bad person, LOL. I did 2 fantasy auctions over the weekend. Saquon went for over $60 fantasy dollars. A survey size of 2 is not statistically significant. ADV was the compromise. $72 and $0 are the extremes.
This is fantasy football. Why the heck are we arguing?
Grow up, Alex. Just be upset.
Hey, Zeus, I lose $50 at the casino all the time and you don't see me complaining.
$49 and a real $1 bill mailed to each of us. As my friend Kenny says, it's not the money, it's the principle. Boop. All right, I have to get work done. I'm putting my phone down.
Why?
Okay, guys, can I have the floor? I've been thinking about this the last couple hours, and I'm pretty sure I've got a solution that will satisfy everyone.
Hey, coming at you.
We allow Luke to get him for $0, but he agrees to bench him for the entire season. Then next year, he pays for him. Everyone should be happy with this. I retract my gift. If someone can come up with a better solution, I'm all ears. But I don't see any other viable path moving forward without damaging friendships. Just a reminder, if you haven't done this yet, please vote. Also, draft at 9, so be sharp.
9 Central?
Now you have to log in. This is getting out of hand. Take my survey. Should Luke get Saquon for $0? Sorry, Jeff. Everybody lay off Spencer. He didn't ask to be commissioner. He's doing the best job he can. Wait, are we supposed to vote again? No, just once.
Hashtag stop the steal.
I think Spencer handled this the best he can. Grant, didn't you start this? Vote's over. Average draft value is what Luke gets for him. I bet he takes another keeper. If he does, I will not be bidding on Saquon tonight, and I hope a lot of you stay true to your word. What?
My final proposal for Luke. He can get Saquon for $0, but he can't win the league.
Just sent you all a link to the meeting. You should be good to go. I'm on right now if you want to test it out.
John, hey.
Ben. Did you send it via electric mail? Yeah, Ben will email a Zoom link. Whew, just got caught up. Tough day, but I accept the ruling. We should probably iron out tonight how we handle these situations in the future so there is an understood rule to follow that's agreed on. Period. I feel like today went smoothly. I say we just take it in the face every situation we come across.
Oh, you like that?